Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning for those who are United States and Canada. And welcome back to the live trading room. Just to remind you that you can post your questions in the chat box. If something is not clear, you have any questions right now, go on, just ask them. So we will do a quick analysis today and then get back to questions and answers if you have any. So far we had very few questions, so I guess everything is pretty straightforward. So let's look at our portfolio as we usually start. So you can see we have now 5 positions open total, and basically the sentiment that we have now is neutral in regards to the dollar, because we have 2 positions in favor of the dollar and 2 positions against the dollar. The against the dollar, Australian and New Zealand dollar, and that going with the dollar is pound dollar sell and US dollar Canadian buy position. What we have recently, we had the 2 positions closed tonight, which was pound US dollar that we opened basically on the June 31st, basically just the beginning of July, and we just closed it now with the 230 pips profit, and we also closed Eurodollar buy position that we had open for 1 day with 104 pips profit as well. These are our recent positions of yesterday, and you should have had them. Well, you should have had the Eurodollar if you joined. If you joined us as we started, you would have had all these positions. So now let's have a look at the markets and see what's happening basically. Okay, now we start with the Eurodollar. With the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar does look tricky to me currently, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure where we're gonna go now. The daily close was below 0.19002, so this is a tricky part. We might go either way. We might range here for a bit, but my gut says that it could be the reverse point. Unless we break these lows, the market will go further down to 1.0. So currently it is in fact tricky, and I cannot say with highest probability of where we're gonna go. So it's a 50-50 for me. We can go either way because of this daily close below 0.2. And let's watch the market. Let's see what is gonna tell us. For now, basically no direction here for me. New Zealand dollar. The New Zealand dollar, basically, we just hit the target here on the breakout that we had at the channel breakout. I'm gonna zoom it out. So you can see we had a breakout right here of this downtrend channel. So as the market did break through, we reached the target. So now we might be bouncing back, but to go further up, we would need to break that 79.80 level. I would need a 1 hour candle close above that in order to go further up. So for now, not clear as well. We might be ranging amongst these 2 levels of 79.80 and 79.20. So this is also unclear to me. But if we look at the longer picture, here we have this support level at 79.20. So basically there is a strong support currently, and we will probably be ranging for a bit, but then we should actually start at the uptrend. I would think there is a higher probability for an uptrend rather than the downtrend continuation, but just careful here because we might go slightly lower. We might hit 79 basically level before we go up. So I would be cautious here, basically, for the time being, and watch for the nice trades, nice opportunities to go long if you do some manual trading. So generally, I do expect some sort of uptrend now, but maybe not at the current levels. Maybe I'd wait for the better price. And now let's look at the pound Canadian dollar. We had a pound Canadian dollar buy position some time back. It was here trigger. So we still basically more or less at the break-in point. I do expect an uptrend continuation for this currency pair. I think it has the potential, but mostly because of the weak Canadian dollar. So my target, as I mentioned in my previous session, was 158.50. That would be the target basically for this uptrend. Then we will need to see how far the market can break it, or whether we're going to stick to that level. So let's see basically first what's going to happen at this area if we get there. So for now it does look bullish to me. Maybe some volatility, we will see some more volatility here before we go up, but generally it looks bullish rather than bearish. So you can see this trend line, green trend line, and I think we might be getting just there. Maybe even higher. So first target would be 58.50, and then the final target, well, there are two targets you can see. We can go as high as 59.40 or even 160.60 levels. So these are three targets currently for the pound Canadian dollar. Okay, so now we've left with the pound US dollar. We just had a short position. You can see we had a short position here, and if we look at the sorry, look at the chart, basically the uptrend channel. We did had a breakout of the channel on the daily candle, so the daily candle did break it. You can clearly see, and just use the Fibonacci levels. Let me just make it as precise as possible so we get the levels right. Okay, this is as precise as I can get. So we can see there is a resistance now at 59.30, and so we are still holding that, and I think we might actually break it on the upside. We might, but first we would need to have our daily close above 59.35. That will be a confirmation for me that the market should potentially go further up. And this next target is 60.50, which is another 140 pips from the current level. We can get there. So for now we are facing a resistance level, and there is no clarity for me yet as we're gonna go further up or bounce back for some time. Also, if we look at the double top now, the market is not breaking it. We're holding the top, and the trend line, if we look at the trend line, it hasn't been broken as well. You can see this high. It's still, there was a spike, yes, but I don't see a clear breakout of the trend line. So I would wait here as well and see. As I said, we have potential both on the upside and downside. It's a moment of uncertainty at the moment for this pair as well for me. So I would hold for the time being before some more clear signals if you do some manual trading. But our strategy suggested that the currency pair should be heading downside. If we decide to go down from these levels, now we have several targets. I would say the first one would be 57.20. Then we would have 55.80. So these are two targets to watch for basically at the moment, if we decide to go down. Now we're left with the Canadian dollar and Eurodollar. Okay, that's the Canadian dollar. We had a buy trade just recently, and we had a stop loss not too far away. So far we can see that the market is ranging basically up and down, and as I mentioned, I would expect the range trading for these pairs. That's my personal view, with a further downtrend continuation in the long term. We should go further down, but you know, there is certainly a possibility that the market will bounce back few 200 pips before we continue the downtrend, because this downtrend is pretty long one, you know, and steady decline, and some bounce, you know, some correction would be quite reasonable at this moment, and if that will happen, now I would see just two levels, well, more. You can see as many Fibonacci, as many there are actually resistance levels. The first one will be 99.75, then 1.00450, 1.0120, 1.0220, and 1.0290. So these are our Fibonacci, and let's see what Canadian dollar can do. I basically do expect a correction. Long term, I expect a downtrend, but I do expect a correction at the moment. At least 99.70. That would make some sense, you know, from the technical perspective. But let's see, you know, what's going to happen today and tomorrow. The market should get pretty wild because of the news release, very important, and economical data release from the United States. So there will be a lot of volatility this and next week, I would guess, and we will basically have some direction cleared out. And now the Eurodollar. The Eurodollar, as I said, my target would be here 126.60 level. We are almost there, 126.50, so maybe slightly higher. This was my target previously. The first target 26.60, so we can have another spike. And if we break 26.60, we will go further up to 27.70. Another 100 pips can be can be reached straight away, very fast market. So this is the key level now we are at. Let's watch whether we're going to break it or not. We can even bounce from the 26.50. It was 52 actually, so it was very close to my resistance level. Not sure where the market going to go now, but same again. The clarity will be once we're gonna go further down, break these lows, or break this level of 26.60 to go further up. So this is also the moment of the key level, and we can easily bounce back for the short while. And if we break the trend line, we can go even further down. I would be cautious trading right now. It's not clear, so I would suggest, if you do some manual trading, to wait and see what's going to happen. Don't try to catch the falling knife. It's going to be pretty dangerous. If we look now at the portfolio, sorry. If we look at the portfolio now, our balance did increase quite a bit. We're now at basically 4,200 profit, which is 84% profit. But the closure of the profitable position resulted now in a increase in open position loss. So that's a 511 pips loss on the equity. So we're still holding that, and we might be compensating some of this loss shortly once the market will start some movement. But generally, our equity has grown since yesterday, so that's positive news. We are growing, and that's basically it for today. Just a short overview. It will be probably a lot more entertaining, if I may use that word, tomorrow to analyze the market. We will have some key levels maybe broken, maybe holding, so some sort of direction, some clarity will be on the market. Okay guys, so if you have any questions, I'll give you a few minutes. Feel free to ask. Any problems with the trade copier, any questions, just let me know in the chat box and we will try sort it out for you. Hello, Reminder, if that's if I pronounce it correctly. Do you have a question? Okay, Chad, no problem. Just let me know, guys, if you have any questions. We've got a few minutes left now, so go on if you have anything. Well, I don't think there will be any good news from ESB today. I don't expect anything positive, and I don't see anything positive happening in the economy, to be honest with you. And whatever they say, it will not move the market. It might move it for the short while in either directions. It will be speculative move, I would say, today, basically. And could be very volatile market, but I don't think it will give that direction to the market. I don't think there is anything positive. The question is now where it's worse. Is it worse in Europe or is it worse in the United States? There is nothing positive going on, actually. I don't see anything. The recession, I don't think it has begun as of yet. We are, my personal view on the recession is that we should be beginning the second wave of the recession. We passed the first wave, now we are approaching the second wave. So there will be now a second wave of the recession lasting another 7 years or so. That's kind of macro analysis. So that's my view. Nothing good's gonna happen. Maybe we'll have some volatile market, but I don't think we will see some clear direction at the moment. So that's basically would be my answer. Okay, gentlemen, we'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow that will be different time. I'm sorry I had to change it today. It was 2 hours earlier than usual. Usually we have it at 9:30 EST time. So that's only today we had it early at 7:30. Well, Chad, we don't. Our trades mainly trigger during Asian session when the markets are more or less flat. That's the most of the trades. So it's just the strategy designed to do that. So it's nothing that I personally avoid to do some trading, but basically I would avoid trading today, that's for sure. I would avoid, if you do some manual trading, just I would stay away, you know. It just I think it's there will be a lot of speculative moves, nothing clear, and bouncing back and forwards could be the case. So pretty dangerous maybe to enter right now unless you're trading some sort of breakout strategies that could work today. So all right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. EST time, and you have a great trading day and a profitable one. So talk to you soon. You take care for now.